Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 40 of the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise here on Madden NFL 22. Today the 1-2 Thunderbirds travel to Jerry's World to face the 2-1 Dallas Cowboys in the next chapter in this famous rivalry. It's a new rebranding of a team, but the same hatred between these two squads. Dallas coming off a loss last week against the Ravens on Sunday Night Football, while the Thunderbirds are coming off of a loss against the Chicago Bears. Both teams looking to get back in the win column, so if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Dallas will start off with a football, and they're going to start at their own 27, where Dak Prescott will take the field with this Cowboys offense. So far, Dak Prescott has been 809 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions so far on the season, has yet to make a mistake in the air. They come out in the shotgun. There is Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to get the handoff to start the day, and he's going to be met by this number 1 ranked Toronto run defense. Ezekiel Elliott last week, 20 carries, 93 yards in the loss, as he looks to continue a pretty solid start to his season. Here's a 15-yard connection, though, to a Michael Gallup. Gets him out to the 43-yard line. Now at their own 43, it's a pass across the middle. This time it's CeeDee Lamb. This is the Dallas Cowboys team that has plenty of offensive weapons, and they have a very good offensive line to boot. So not worried to see if Dallas can put up a lot of points. We know they can do that, as there's a nice run by Ezekiel Elliott. And Dallas is already getting into Toronto territory. And on a 2nd and 2 run, is that Elliott's got space off right side, breaks a couple of tackles, gets tackled at the 22. He is getting going early. He's still in on this single back set. It's going to be another handoff to him. He cuts right, but runs into the Toronto front. Now 2nd and 7 on the 20-yard line. 3 tight ends in. They're going to throw out of that formation. Prescott, though, brought down from behind, sacked by Jonathan Allen. That'll slow this drive down. Now 3rd and 12 for the Cowboys. Prescott back to pass, throws right side. He's intercepted, picked off by Fuller. His first pick of the season for Prescott and for Fuller. Dallas comes away with nothing. Toronto has the football. That'll bring up Ryan Fitzpatrick in this Thunderbird offense. Fitzpatrick come off his worst game of the season. 3 interceptions last week. He's now got 4 touchdowns to those 3 picks and 717 yards. Definitely seeing a little regression out of Fitzpatrick to start this season. But here's a man who's gonna get the ball a lot today. Antonio Gibson had 26 carries, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns a week ago. And if you remember the last year when these two teams met, Gibson set the single game rushing record. So Toronto is going to go back to that same formula. If there is a weakness for this Cowboys, it is their defense, and their defensive line is not that strong either. There's a nice run stop, though, by Micah Parsons, the second-year man out of Penn State, who tackles Gibson behind the line. Now 2nd and 11, though, they go back to Gibson. There's a big hole on the left side. He gets that yards back and more deep. Now into Cowboys territory, pushed out at the 42-yard line. He has gotten off to a hot start so far. 1st and 10, the rookie Kyron Williams checks into the ballgame. He gets his very first carry of his career, and it's a 3-yard run up the middle. 2nd and 7, man in motion is Humphries. They're going to go back to Gibson, who checks back in. He picks up another first down, already at 50 yards rushing today. 1st and 10 from the 30, it's back to Gibson. You know what's going to happen a lot today, and there's a big hole again. They just cannot stop the Toronto run offense, so why would you not continue to run the football? Now goal to go for the Thunderbirds from the 8-yard line. It's back to Gibson. Tries to find hole right side, but nice fill by Anthony Brown will stop him. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. It's a delayed give. Gibson is wrapped up by Chauncey Golston, the second-year man out of Iowa. Now 3rd and goal from the 8. Fitzpatrick to throw for the first time, and he gets sacked. Brought down by Micah Parsons at the 15-yard line, and Toronto walks away with 3. They got the first points of the day. Dallas' second drive of the ball game. 4 minutes to go in this quarter. Prescott rolls to his right, tries to scramble, but he's actually chased down by Montez Sweat, and that's going to be a sack. Nice pursuit by Sweat to bring Prescott down. Now it's 3rd and 8. Prescott in the pocket's just going to throw off his back foot right side, and this one is overthrown out of bounds. That's a punt for Dallas, and that's how the first quarter will end. Very quick opening frame as the Thunderbirds have been controlling the clock and have a 3-0 lead. They start the second quarter, though, 3rd and 4. Fitzpatrick lobs left side. I think he's looking for Brown, who can't get his feet in bounds. And Fitzpatrick's first pass of the day is an incompletion, and Toronto punts. Here's Elliott getting the drive started for Dallas. That's a 4-yard run to the left side. Now they have 2 tight ends in the formation. It's a stretch give to Elliott left side, but great run defense at Chase Young brings Elliott down in the backfield. Now 3rd and 8. Prescott back to the gun, will throw for it this time. Stays in the pocket, checks it down to Lamb, but Lamb's going to be tackled shy by Trey Herndon. Nice tackle in the open field. Dallas punts after the no conversion. So now Toronto with their 3rd drive of the game. They're on their own 30. Here's a 2nd and 6 give to Gibson, who has plenty of space. Another 17-yard carry, and with that carry, Gibson is already over 100 yards. Now bunch to the left here on 1st and 10. Back to Gibson. He's going to try to run at the middle. He gets about 4. And then checks in Kyron Williams. 2nd carry of the game. He tries to cut it right side. He's going to be tackled down by Trayvon Diggs. And now it's 3rd and 3. Gibson gets the fake, actually. Fitzpatrick try a little read option here on 3rd and 3. It didn't work out. There's a flag also on Toronto, but I like the creative play call on 3rd down. Don't know if I would have gone with that one, but anyway, trying to mix up and keep Dallas on their toes. They punt to the Cowboys, where they'll start at their own 20-yard line, where Elliott will be brought down by Herndon, but I don't think this play is going to count anyway. Illegal block in the back against Dallas, specifically CeeDee Lamb. So that makes it now 1st and 19. They're going to do a pump draw to Elliott, who's got some space up the middle. He'll get about 5 of those yards back. Now 3rd and 8, though. Prescott in the gun. They need a conversion here. Their offense has kind of been stagnant today. From their own 22-yard line, Prescott steps up, checks it down to Elliott, but he's not going to be anywhere close to the marker. That's another punt for Dallas. 1st and 10 now for Toronto. They actually motion out the back, so Fitzpatrick actually going to throw it here, and he finds Humphreys left side. That's going to be close to the marker, and they give him the 1st down. So, 1st down pass. Now they go back to the run on this 1st down play. There is a flag down, so while Gibson's going to get a lot of yards here, don't think it's going to stand. He gets pushed out of bounds at the 10, but they will indeed back up. Illegal block in the back on the offense, and it is John Bates who lined up at fullback that play. So now 1st and 10, Bates to the tight end spot. Now 2 of those. It's a handoff to Kyron Williams. He gains 3, but now 3rd and 8. From the 36 of Dallas, Fitzpatrick in the pocket, throws a deep ball left side. There's nobody around McLaurin, and that's a 36-yard touchdown for Toronto. McLaurin just blazed by his guy at the line, catches it in the back of the end zone. That's the 1st touchdown of the game, and the Thunderbirds have a 10-0 lead now going into the 2-minute warning. Dallas will come out of the warning at their own 26-yard line here. 2nd and 9, quick pass. That's Elliott out of the backfield. Nice open field tackle by Holcomb. 3rd and 2, Prescott off his back foot, throws this one deep for Lamb, and it's broken up. Nice defense. And now Toronto with a chance to double dip as they'll get the ball to start the 2nd half. Here's a 1st and 10 swing pass to Gibson. That's a quick pickup of 12 before being shoved out by Diggs. Now at their own 48-yard line, it's a draw to Gibson, and he has some space, outruns the defense, and gets out of bounds. Nice acceleration by Gibson to find the sideline after what looked like was going to be a 3-yard game. Now at the 41 of Dallas, throw right side. That's Gibson lined up at wide receiver this play, 15 yards, but Donovan Smith is hurt. 2nd and 10 now after an incomplete pass. Fitzpatrick back to throw, drops back, has a man over the middle. It's Curtis Samuel, and Samuel races forward to the 10-yard line before being tackled down. A minute left to go. Now 30 seconds left to go. Fitzpatrick in the offense letting some time run out. And there's a fine for Thomas, who's down at the 1-yard line. Toronto will call 1st timeouts, but it's 2nd and inches on the 1. Fitzpatrick quick pass finds McLaurin. Touchdown Thunderbirds. The 2nd connection today between Fitzpatrick and McLaurin. They go up 16-0, but Rodrigo Blankenship, who's had some troubles with extra points so far, misses another one. So Toronto goes into the half only up 16-0. Don't know what's wrong with our kicking situation, but our defense has played phenomenal. Will Dallas finally wake up in the 2nd half, or will Toronto continue to pull away? Find out after this. Week 4 action here around the NFL. Let's see what's been going on as teams start to get about a quarter of the way done with the season. Chiefs host the Saints. They're currently up 28-14. Chiefs are undefeated. Saints now lost 2 straight, and Malik Willis has thrown 2 touchdowns against Kansas City. Next game we'll take a look at is in the Northeast, in the Meadowlands. Jets and the Dolphins, two AFC East rivals. The Jets currently up 14-3. Watson and the Dolphins slow start to their season, while the Jets are looking for their first win of the 2022 campaign. Finally, in Buffalo, the Bills hosting the Green Bay Packers. The Packers up 17-14. Both these teams need to turn their season around. Both quarterbacks looking pretty good, but it's almost a do-or-die game for both of those squads. Back to our matchup here, as the Thunderbirds start off the football with in the second half. It's a give to Gibson, who runs left side. That's a gain of 8, already at 145 on the day. I'm going to go back to him here on 2nd and 2. Doesn't look like much is going to change in the offensive play calling as Gibson picks up a first down. Now a draw to Gibson. Cowboys bring pressure, but Gibson's able to find a little bit of space. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to count. Illegal block in the back on the offense, specifically De'Ami Brown this time. So now it's 1st and 16 from the own 31-yard line, but Gibson's got whole left side, and he picks up 10 of those yardage back. But Jalen Smith is hurt on the play. Now we're going to go 3rd and 6. Big third down for Toronto. Fitzpatrick across the middle gets batted down, so Dallas gets a much-needed stop. And they're only down by 2 scores, but they start on their own 11. Here's a pump draw to Elliott, and look at that run stop. Plenty of Thunderbird jerseys around that one. Elliott only gets 2, and now Dallas is forced to throw. Prescott off his back foot, throws it deep, and Lamb makes a one-handed grab. What a catch over Fuller. He just palmed that ball. Fuller all over Lamb. It doesn't matter. Cowboys now to the 33. That can be the momentum they need. 1st and 10. Check down pass to Blake Jarwin, who gets leveled by Landon Collins. Gain of 3. Now they come 3 tight ends in this formation. Man in motion across to the left. It's a handoff to Elliott. He has some space. Tackled down by Young, but now it's a 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys. Handoff Elliott, and I don't think he got it. Forrest stops him shy, and they are going to kick a field goal. A 41-yard try is up, and Greg the Leg hits it through. The Cowboys are now down by 13, but at least they're on the board. Back to the Thunderbirds, their second drive of the second half. There's a run to the 40. Now 2nd and 6, trying to set up a screen for Gibson, but nice collapse by Dallas. That was Anthony Brown who comes in and makes the tackle. Now 3rd and 5, Dallas brings all kinds of pressure. They get to Fitzpatrick. The pass falls to the turf, and Dallas forces another punt. So not out of this one yet. See if they can get another scoring drive here. Is on 2nd and 5. Prescott in the pocket, rolls to his right, fires left, and this one is caught by Cooper. He mosses another defender. So 2 big-time catches by Dallas receivers, and now they're into Toronto territory. 1st and 10 from the 45. Prescott in the pocket, moves to his left, throws it right, but he's picked off. An ill-advised throw across the body ends up into the hands of Trey Herndon, who races forward and slides down at his own 37-yard line. 2nd pick on Prescott for the day. Herndon has been a phenomenal nickel quarter so far this season. So now Toronto back with the football, a little bit of misdirection, handoff to Gibson. He's going to have a first down out to the 40 of Dallas on his 28th carry of the day. He's going to stay in there for this carry. It's going to be back to him. He's going to run right side. There's a flag down, so this play will not stand. Toronto having a hard time keeping their hands in, as there's another illegal block in the back on the offense, this time on Adam Humphries. So now you got 1st and 9, so the ball actually got advanced a yard forward. Kyron Williams checks in, and he gets the handoff left side. He races forward for a gain of 7. It makes it 2nd and 1. Now Josh Adams checks into the ballgame. A little bit of running back rotation here. The power back powers through a defender. That would have been stopped shy, but that is the kind of power Adams displayed in preseason to solidify his spot on this roster. After an ill-advised throw on 1st and 10, there's a draw played back to Gibson. He is going to be stuffed out by Golston. And now you got 3rd and 11. This is the big stop here for the Cowboys. Can they get it? Fitzpatrick back to pass, throws left side, tough throw, but McLaurin comes away with it. Digs all over McLaurin, but it doesn't matter. Moves the chains, Toronto in the red zone. 1st and 10 in the eye, handoff Gibson. There's some space. That's a gain of 10 close to the marker, and Gibson's over 200 yards. 2nd inches back to Gibson. He has the first down. Goal to go now from the 4 as the 3rd quarter winds down. Fitzpatrick in the shotgun gives it to Gibson, powers forward, and he has a first down. The battery level is low, but Gibson showing all kinds of juice. That's a score for Toronto, and they extend their lead 22-3. They're going to go for a 2-point try, and this does not work at all. So Toronto takes a 19-point lead into the final frame. This one is turned into a blowout. Cowboys offense cannot get going. They start the fourth quarter 2nd and 5 from their own 30. Prescott not even close to the same page. Now 3rd and 5. Prescott drops back to throw, trying to set up a screen. Prescott doesn't like what he sees. He throws it in the dirt, and Dallas is going to go for it. 4th and 5 from your own 30. This is probably the play of the game. Prescott moves to his left, tries to fire deep across his body. It's batted down. That is going to be a turnover on downs, and when you go for it in your own territory, you're kind of almost signifying that it's do or die, and it seems like the Cowboys are going to die. Now at the 15, there's a handoff. Now 3rd and 4 from the 8. Fitzpatrick back to throw. He's going to get sacked by Micah Parsons for the 2nd time today, but Toronto will just kick another field goal. They're now up by 22 points. This game is all but over. Now Dallas at their own 49-yard line here in the fourth quarter. Prescott back to pass on 1st and 10. Fires deep. There's Blake Jarwin, who gets away from Holcomb, and that's a 51-yard score. So the Cowboys do find the end zone thanks to Blake Jarwin and bad man coverage. They're going to go for 2. They're going to hand it off to Elliott, but he is stuffed. Yamin Davis meets Elliott. He said, "I'm not afraid of you." Dallas doesn't convert, and they're down by 16 points. So 2 scores and 2 2-point conversions. But Toronto's driving into Dallas territory. There's a nice stuff, though, by DeMarcus Lawrence. Haven't said his name today. 3rd and 12, though. Toronto plays it safe with the draw. Gibson might get 2, but that sets up another field goal for Toronto. They're now out by 19 points. It's 3 scores with 6 minutes to go. So not much else. We're just going to show some of the highlights. Ioannidis goes down and brings down Prescott on 3rd down. And now 4th and 20 from your own 15 with less than 6 minutes to go. Dallas does punt the football. So Mike McCarthy looks like he's going to take a pretty bad defeat here at home. And Mike McCarthy is probably on the hot seat, I would say, especially after 2 straight no playoff appearances. And he has not looked good today either. They do stuff McKissick, who gets a couple carries, but now Rodrigo Blankenship kicks another field goal, and Toronto is up 31-9. Less than a minute left to go in this one. This game's all but over, but Prescott's going to take another shot to the end zone, and he gets intercepted for a 3rd time today. It's Kendall Fuller grabbing his 2nd INT of the game, and that will seal it. The Toronto Thunderbirds beat the Dallas Cowboys in Arlington by a final score of 31-9. Mike McCarthy not happy in this ball game, and why would you be? You just got stomped out by 22 points to your division rival. Overall, pretty solid game. Gibson had 46 carries. Don't know how much I'll see of that in the near future, but if Gibson can handle it and the Dallas Cowboys run defense is just going to continue to be this bad, why would we not run it against them every single time? Fitzpatrick only threw 11 passes, but that's all he needed to do. As for the Cowboys, this is a very bad loss, especially if you're Mike McCarthy. You drop now to 2-2, and this is almost the kind of game that gets you fired. Don't think McCarthy's going to get fired yet, but I think his seat is definitely getting very warm, as this was a big win for us, as every other team in our division was 2-1, so that gets us back in the win column. Now, I will apologize. I did forget to show all of the scores list. Instead, I just went straight into the games of the week, so I do apologize for that. But in the other 1 o'clock game on CBS, the Browns beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, so a big win there for Cleveland. We were the 1 o'clock game on Fox, so we go to the 4 o'clock games on CBS. The Ravens dominates the Raiders 42-21. That's a big win for Baltimore. Bad loss for Las Vegas, as they hired Baltimore's defensive coordinator, Don Martindale, this offseason, and then just give it 42 points to his former team. So not what you like to see there. In the other game, the Chargers beat the Carolina Panthers. So the Panthers were undefeated going into this game. And look who's at the helm for the Panthers so far, being undefeated. Cam Newton. And he played great today despite the loss. 4 touchdown passes. Rookie Zamir White just had 3 on the ground. But the Panthers 3-1 thanks to a resurgence in the Ron Rivera and Cam Newton reunion. On Sunday Night Football, the Cardinals, destroyed the Patriots 42-20. It has not been the smoothest of transitions going from Belichick to Josh McDaniels, it looks like. And Mac Jones might have taken a step back in his sophomore campaign, maybe a little bit of a sophomore slump, but big win for Arizona. Finally, on Monday Night Football, the Titans beat the Giants 31-17. 3 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill, 2-1 for Daniel Jones. Giants sit 2-2 to start the season, but with Strong waiting in the wings, how much longer do you roll with Jones? Here were your players of the week. We saw Gibson, he got it. Khalil Mack had 2 sacks for the Bears, and we saw Browns' 3 INT game for the Browns against the Jaguars. And the Ravens had 176-4 from Dobbins in their win against the Raiders. Now, with this game, Gibson now has the top 2 rushing yards in a single game, so that's kind of cool. Remember, both against the Cowboys. But next week, we will travel to New Orleans to face the 1-3 New Orleans Saints, who started off great in week 1, had a primetime game. Malik Willis looked phenomenal, but since then, they've gone quiet. They've lost quite a few games, now sit 1-3. This is a very young Saints team, though, that can put up points. I do like this squad. They still have plenty of playmakers on both sides of the football. But it starts on offense with the rookie out of Liberty, Malik Willis, who's played up and down so far this season, but I think he has a pretty solid future ahead of him. It helps, though, when he's standing next to arguably the best running back in the league, Alvin Kamara. We still have to worry about him. And then they still do have Michael Thomas. And Malik Willis has plenty of weapons on offense. And you combine that with new offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, and there is plenty of reason to fear this New Orleans offense. They also have the best tackle duo in the league in Armstead and Ramczyk, so it's going to be hard to get pressure on that outside. And on defense, you got to worry about Cam Jordan, now 33 years old, but still playing like a top 5 edge rusher. And then Marshawn Lattimore in the secondary. It's going to be interesting how we attack this Saints defense, but we'll have to find a way. Maybe see who comes away victorious in this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.